Rich, the devs that brought you Bulletstorm and Gears of War Judgment have today, and I say today because it's late in the UK and it's actually out now, they have released Outriders, which is a looter shooter with a load of combat and a load of loot and a load of guns. So we're going to do a bit of a comparison. We've not done a new game one in a while.
Yeah. Well, there haven't been many new games to compare, in fairness. What have you done to that guy? Jesus.
Oh, this is cool. This is the Trickster class, I want to say.
Right.
Anyway, we've got all 7 consoles for the first time. I think we've ever done all 7 consoles, Rich. And here we see PS4 Pro, rock solid, PS5, 60 FPS rock. And the PS4, it does drop frames quite a bit.
Yeah.
And weirdly, as you can see in a minute, the Xbox One S doesn't, but the PS4 does.
Right.
And I can't quite work that out, but I think the PS4 version looks slightly better than the One S. So
maybe that's
I assume
why.
that's why.
Yeah.
Because you'll see here when there is a dip like there on the Xbox One X. That's not actually the frame rate. That's when I basically zoom across the map and it goes white. So it looks like it's dropping a frame, but it's not.
Right.
So we're doing the PlayStations and the early Xboxes and then the next gen Xboxes.
Okay.
But this time we're doing it slightly different. We're doing last gen, mid gen, next gen.
All
and
the
here
gen.
we can see
full gen.
60 FPS for the next gen Xboxes.
Lovely.
The Series S is like it's a weird kind of console, isn't it? Because it doesn't have the visuals, but like rock solid 60, and I guess that's what people bought it for. Maybe.
Well, I think that's it. You bought the Xbox Series S because it was considerably cheaper, and you still get the nice frame rates. You just don't get the visual fidelity.
Yeah, and the load times as well.
No, you still get the SSD, don't you?
No, that's what I mean. You get the SSD.
The load time. Sorry, you're right. Oh wow, that looks really different.
Yeah, and like just because the color palettes are different, again, like I said this before, that's because the HDR. So the One S doesn't look to have HDR.
Right.
And the same with the One X. But look, the One X and the PS4 Pro versions, like forget the kind of the washed out kind of colors aside.
Yeah.
Like I said, the HDR doesn't get captured. The meta data doesn't get captured by the capture devices. But visually, like fidelity wise, looks great.
Yeah, look all right, yeah.
And I would argue that the PS5 version, looking at the tire tracks, looks slightly better than the Series X.
Yeah, and
which
also
is the first time.
Yeah, I agree, and also closer up with the kind of markings in the concrete there.
And I think that's the first time we've said that, Rich.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Since launch.
Yeah.
Usually the Series X has had the slight edge, but apparently not this time. But there's also some cool stuff between generations,
right?
And that we'll see later on. But like I say, that the haziness over the picture and the colours, that's because the capture devices doesn't capture some of the HDR metadata. So I think from the next video onwards, I'm just going to turn HDR off and just have it as a level playing field.
That makes sense. Yeah.
But look, the PS5 and the Xbox Series X, they look decent. But I'm going to say this isn't an especially pretty game.
It's not a massive visual showcase, is it? It's not.
No.
It seems to be a kind of games as service thing. I mean,
it's quite pretty though, Destiny, isn't it?
I was about to say, Destiny aside, they don't tend to be incredible.
No, I mean, The Division looked okay, but it wasn't like blow your mind.
Yeah, this is more in the same league as The Division, I'd say, from a visual standpoint.
Yeah, I mean, the PS4 Pro and the Xbox One X, like, obviously, I think you pretty much get the same visuals as the PS5 and the Series X, but you don't get some effects that you'll see in a bit, and then you also don't get the 60 FPS, which I think in a game like this is kind of important. Yeah. Personally, anyway.
Well, because it's all about flashy magic and powers and stuff, isn't it? So
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Got a swipe. So as you can see, I've put the Series S after the One S because the One X looks infinitely better than the Series S. But there is obviously a better. The Series X and the PS5 do look better than the One X and the PS4 Pro.
Yeah.
But it's marginal, I think, this time.
Yeah, it's not a massive difference, is it?
No, and the Pro and the One X though look great, but you're going to jump now. I think it jumps to the 5 now, so it's a little bit sharper. A little bit.
There's a bit more. The smoke's a bit more voluminous.
Yeah, well, that's the kind of stuff that I was talking about that we'll see very obviously in a clip in a sec. But things like that, there is more kind of atmosphere to it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, considering this is running on the consoles at all, but I guess it's not an especially pretty game. It's not one you're going to go, oh, look at this is fantastic, like visually. It just does a job kind of thing. So I guess the last gen, not too bad. But yeah, obviously the One X looks slightly better than the PS4 Pro. Again, probably down to the fact that it's a more powerful machine.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the PS5 looks slightly better than the Series X on this occasion. And I can't put my finger on why. And it's not in every shot. It's only in some shots.
Maybe it's just
there's more detail on the grate there. Do you see it?
Yeah, I was going to say there's a slight extra sharpness to the image, I suppose.
There is.
Yeah.
And I couldn't quite put my finger on it. And you see going from like console generation to generation, the kind of the slight step up.
Mm-hmm.
Like there you go. Like, I mean, it looks all right on those consoles. If you've got a Pro and a One X, you are not going to be disappointed, right? You're going to look at it and go, yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, I think it's pretty decent. I'm quite impressed actually.
I mean, they're good machines, right?
Yeah, definitely.
And then obviously, like, I mean, every console at the moment has its kind of advantages, right? Series S is cheap, and you get the 60 FPS. Series X, PS5, like beasts, but you have to pay for them.
Yeah, actually, I suppose you got a few more particles there, and I saw some falling kind of dust.
Yeah, and you're about to see, this is the shot I've been kind of alluding to. Like, you'll see the difference massively because it's not in the Series S when it gets put side by side. But it's this kind of thing that they do across the board throughout the game. Obviously, we haven't got that far in the game.
Yeah.
But I think this is an indication of some of the advantages that you get, and it's obviously, Rich, the smoke and the steam billowing out that you're about to see now.
Okay.
See it?
Oh, yeah.
So, like, the environment feels a lot more alive because of the kind of the steam or the smoke or whatever it is coming from the kitchen.
Okay. That's interesting.
So it is. It's that kind of thing. Another swipe again. One S, PS4. But look at the foliage as you go up. Not so much on the Series S, sorry. But as you go up with the more powerful machines, you get more foliage.
Well, never let it be said that we don't love a bit of foliage. And
we love a bit of bush. We
do.
Loves some bush.
We love a good full bush, and I mean, look at that. That's not bad. I know that's the lower one, but even that's all right.
Yeah, I mean, do you know what I mean? If you're still playing this on the old consoles,
you're
not going to be too annoyed. But
mate, I'm sorry, but added shrub there at the front.
Yeah,
I'm loving that.
Oh, well, across the board,
it's worth
on the PS5 and the.
Worth going next gen for the added shrubbery, isn't it? That extra shrub
just for that
there.
one bit of shrub alone.
Yeah, definitely.
And like, there isn't really much between. Like, I think the PS4 maybe looks slightly better than the Xbox One S. I think the One X looks slightly better than the PS4 Pro. And the PS5 looks slightly better than the Series X. Not sure why. Who the hell cares? Just buy whatever
smoke.
version you want.
Look at that. That's big, proper billowy smoke. That.
It is.
Feels like I could really choke on that. It'd be horrible.
Yeah, and the little rockets that are flying past as well.
Little bits of the embers or whatever you want to call them. Yeah. Oh, look at that looks great.
Looking on the little bits of bar, like they do look slightly more detailed in the PS5. Slightly.
Yeah.
But yeah, Rich, that's pretty much it, mate. Like, as we get to the end, this is our last shot.
Okay.
I swear that the PlayStation has more volumetric kind of rays in the background, like the God rays.
Yeah.
I don't know whether it's because of the HDR.
Maybe
that's what the HDR brings. But I swear the One X and the One S don't have HDR, but I find that hard to believe. Maybe
I'm sure the One X has it. I'm sure it does.
I know the machine does, but
I see.
Who says the game does?
Right.
It's like usually when you plug it all in, it does it automatically like these.
Yeah.
But anyway, from the next video onwards, we'll turn off the HDR and just let it fight it out, just without the differences on that perspective. But yeah, Rich, that's Outriders. It's out now, and if you've got Game Pass, you can play it pretty much right now, wherever you are in the world. Even if you are in America, you can change your clock to New Zealand apparently and play it. I saw somebody tweet about that earlier.
Not that we condone such behaviour.
No, absolutely don't, but do it. to absolutely do it. Actually, this video probably... Oh, no, it'll be up before the US strikes midnight. But, yeah, folks, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you next time. Cheers, folks. Bye.
Bye.